Hey, you humans. Coach Nate here with another mindful focus. In this post, it talks about you can forgive some people without welcoming them back into your life. It is a form of self-care. Apology accepted, access denied. Forgiveness is a process of letting go. We can hold on to the offense, the pain, the disrespect, whatever was done to us, whatever behavior that negatively impacted us, behavior of somebody else that causes there to be an offense, that brings with it negative things. We'll call that baggage. Forgiveness is a way of letting go of carrying that, which isn't easy to do. It sounds nice. Just let go. Forgive. But it is work to do that, to go through the process that we need to go through in order to move through whatever occurred, acknowledging, addressing, and dealing with our feelings around it, and then being able to move on. What we know is holding on to the negative does not do us any good. We need to process those. We need to acknowledge, accept, embrace, experience, then release, let go of, put down, walk away from. That's a process, and it is something we go through, but we don't take up residence and live there. It is understand that it happened, look for the lesson in it. That could be doing things to not allow that set of circumstances to occur again, where you would be impacted by that through creating boundaries. Was it communication or lack thereof? Was there something that we could have done differently? And if not, if that befalls on the other individual, then that kind of tells us where the safety areas are, or the boundaries need to be in that relationship. We can deny reentry into our lives without it being a grudge. That's a misnomer. That if it makes sense for you to create a boundary to protect your heart, your mind, your well-being, your peace, that's a boundary of protection for you. A grudge is ill will, is constantly putting negative thoughts towards the other individual or individuals and being almost obsessed by it. That's taking action in an area, in a way, in a path that does not serve you. I'm talking about the exact opposite of the letting go. Is you don't exist. I'm not going to allow you to live rent-free in my mind based on your chosen behaviors and not acknowledging those and then not apologizing for them. So I can forgive and let go, and the offense is gone. I'll remember it, but I'm not going to hold on to it because it takes away from me my quality of life, my well-being, my peace, to constantly live in that place that you brought us to externally. Now, if there's something that I own in that, then I learn the lesson from that. Do better next time. Try not to repeat that. I'm learning. Again, I'm growing when I apply the lesson. Sometimes the lesson is behaviors that we need to change, first and foremost. Sometimes the lesson is, now I better understand you, how your mind works and how you function and where your heart is, whether or not you have compassion and empathy and care and respect, or if you're selfish, self-focused, self-serving, and even malicious. And that helps me to understand where I can and cannot or should and should not trust you. So a lesson and an approach. And speaking of which, when we talk about the how of the let go, live now, when, we can accept the expression of an apology. If somebody if somebody apologizes, we can accept that they apologized for the offense. Sometimes we can forgive even when there isn't one offered, because that helps us to let go. We then resolve to accept that the offense occurred, sit with our feelings on that, process them, allow ourselves to experience the disappointment, the pain, the hurt for a period. Not to live there, but to experience it, not deny, not suppress, not push away, experience it, and then let go. And then release the baggage of past pain. That is a crucial step in the forgiveness process, the personal growth process, and the moving on. It is letting go of past offenses. It isn't happening right now. It happened. There's a saying that yesterday ended last night. And I'm going to put that where it belongs. The action I will take, rather than repurposing and going over in my head again and again and again what occurred, is to set and maintain boundaries that protect my peace and my well-being, that protect my heart, that even protect my mind. If I have a tendency of going south, as it's said, mentally, because of certain behaviors, actions, viewpoints, whatever, then I know that that's not an area I should venture into. We have, I'm allergic to lack of compassion. Some people are allergic to foods or react a certain way. So we know then to distance ourselves. And in as much as certain foods and the allergens can be physically detrimental, even fatal, that same analogy can be true for our mental health. I'm going to allow the behaviors and the actions of others to drive me to a place mentally where it could cause harm. That defies logic. And in doing that, then when we set those boundaries to protect our peace and our well-being, we assign a value. We value ourselves, that, over the behaviors of others. And that's how then we free ourselves from certain experiences and being attached to things that don't serve us, that bring us down, that can cause us to feel depleted, and freeing ourselves to then go ahead and enjoy the life with those who we want to spend that life with, most importantly and first yourself. Refusing to live in the bad place and focusing on living in the place where you want to be. So again, it's forgiveness, apology accepted, access denied. I cannot trust you to be around something as crucial as my heart and my mind and my peace and my well-being. If you don't value it as much as I do, then you will not be allowed to be around it. We do this for our peace and well-being as a proactive measure, and that helps us to not go off the rails, being depleted, and we allowed something in that we shouldn't have. The win is when we shift from the reactive to the proactive, and then to the preventive. Going to have good days and bad days. going to have great days and not so good days. So I'm going to plan for things happen in life. So if I know that there's always going to be traffic and I'm in a hurry or I need to get there or there's something urgent, I'm going to take a different route. If I know there's a pothole in that road, I'm not going to drive down it. I'm not going to blow out a tire or an axle because that costs money and you see how that goes. So being proactive, preventive, and then the win is you win your peace and your well-being by letting go, living in the present moment, and celebrating the wins of you investing in yourself to be the best version of yourself, to live up to the fullest potential that you have for yourself in your own peace and your own well-being. Simply sharing some insights. Feel free to try it or toss it if it doesn't fit. Both of those can be correct answers. The only person that can make that determination for you is you for yourself. If you like this content, feel free to, if you enjoyed this content, feel free to like it, share it, subscribe, so you know when I post new content along these lines. And until next time, always remember to let go, live now, and win.